Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for December 20th. December 20th is the 354th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 355th in leap years, with 11 days remaining to the end of the year and 5 days till Christmas. Today's word is finagle. Finagle is a verb that means to obtain or obtain a thing by indirect or involved means, or by trickery, or to use devious or dishonest methods, or some manner of trickery to achieve one's ends. So finagle can either be about using trickery or dishonesty, or about elaborate machinations or complicated arrangements in order to achieve a goal, like trying to finagle a ride home, or he finagled his way into the concert, or checking your schedule to see if you can finagle a visit to the museum. Finagle is thought to have evolved from finague, which is a British dialect word. It's a word from a British dialect, and it means to renege or shirk work, to get out of stuff, to cheat at cards, possibly from the combination of the words feign, which at least in this context means to pretend, and ague, which means fever or fit of shivering. There are other completely different definitions for feign as well, but in this case it's to pretend. So pretending to be sick is likely where finague comes from originally, and then it came to mean reneging or cheating at cards, and then finagle then most likely comes from finague. Not a lot of very confident, firm history around the word finagle. First known use of the word finagle, though, appears to be in about 1924, finagle. And with that, in 1940, a writer named Joe Simon drew out a sketch of a character in costume. He initially named the character Super American, but then he thought, there's too many supers around already. But Captain America did sound good, had a good sound to it, Captain America. So he named the character Captain America. He named Captain America's boy companion Bucky after one of his old friends from school who was named Bucky from high school. Captain America Comics #1 edition, starring the superhero Captain America, was first published on December 20th, 1940. The movie It's a Wonderful Life premiered at the Globe Theater in New York on December 20th, 1946. Directed and produced by Frank Capra, it's based on a short story called The Greatest Gift by Philip Van Doren Stern, which was loosely based on A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It's a Wonderful Life's James Stewart and Donna Reed, and it's about a man named George Bailey who gave up his personal dreams in order to help others in his community. Some things had gone wrong, and right at Christmas, and George begins to feel discouraged and hopeless and decides to end it all, which brings about the intervention of his guardian angel, Clarence, who showed him all the lives that George had touched and what the world would have been like if George had never lived. Giving me goosebumps right now. Interestingly, the film opened to mixed reviews at the time, and the movie lost money. It was a box office failure. But It's a Wonderful Life is now considered to be one of the greatest films of all time, and certainly among the best and favorite Christmas films. I happen to know more than one family for whom watching It's a Wonderful Life has become a Christmas tradition, and in 1990, It's a Wonderful Life was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. It's a Wonderful Life. This is the birthday of American singer-songwriter David Cook, born December 20th, 1982. Yet another singer-songwriter born in Texas, in the Houston area. He had an early interest in music, got a singing part and a Christmas performance when he was in second grade. I think, if I recall correctly, second grade is usually about age 7 or so. He got a guitar when he was 13 and performed in several high school musicals as he was growing up. And during the 7th season of the TV show American Idol, David went to the auditions in Omaha, Nebraska to support his younger brother, Andrew. Andrew didn't advance, but a producer noticed David and wanted to know if he would audition, and David's mother and brother encouraged him to do so. And by golly, David did advance. And if you've been following me for very long, you might have heard me say before that by the time someone says, long story short, it's too late. But, long story short, David Cook got a recording contract and has been phenomenally successful. Still working, has a tour lineup for the coming year, David Cook. So, today we're going to talk about The Time of My Life by David Cook. This was his debut single, released after he won the 7th season of American Idol. The Time of My Life was written by Reggie Ham and debuted at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Debuted at number 3. David Cook, of course, has made lots more records since then. And this one is The Time of My Life by David Cook, and there is a link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.